Plaintiff Brianna Deich is suing her former employer for unpaid wages, interest, and emotional distress. Brianna says she was hired as a nanny for the defendant's 2 children, but she claims his kids were terrified of him, and the defendant made his son sleep on the basement floor. Defendant Brett Baldner admits to taking his son's bedroom away as punishment, but he believes he simply practices tough love. He's countersuing for damaged property.
All right, the plaintiff is suing her former employer for unpaid wages, interest, and emotional distress. The defendant is countersuing his former nanny for damaged property. Brianna, state your case.
Well, I met Brent because he had posted an ad for a nanny, and I went to his house for an interview. He explained to me that he needed a nanny because he traveled a lot with work, and he needed somebody that was able to make all the decisions because he wasn't able to be contacted. He said that his life could be at risk if he were to be contacted or if he had to keep in touch. So
your life would be at risk?
I don't believe I ever said that, Your Honor.
Who do you work for?
I am a consultant to the Defense Department, but I did not make the statement that she just said.
But were you able to contact him when he wasn't there, when he was out of town?
No, I attempted to.
Did you give her a number for her to contact you, or you didn't want
She had my cell phone number, but she never tried to contact me that I'm aware of.
Did you ever call her while you were out of town?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Due to the nature of my job, where I was, and the ability to use the cell phone.
Oh, you Jason Bourne? I mean...
Something like that, Your Honor.
Something like that? Okay, go ahead.
I do have evidence showing that I text messages that I had sent him.
Did he answer your text?
No.
What was the arrangement in terms of fee?
He said that when he was in town and needed me to do errands and whatnot, I would be paid $10 an hour.
Where is, these are your children?
Yes, ma'am.
And where's their mother?
Their mother's in another state and doesn't have any contact with them.
You have custody?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And then while he was out of town, he paid $75 a day.
All right. So what are you suing him for?
I didn't get paid for that.
For what days?
It was the second week that I was there. It would be a Monday through essentially Saturday.
All right. Did she work Monday through Saturday and you didn't pay her?
Not exactly, Your Honor. I did withhold her pay because there was damage to my house when I got back from the trip.
What kind of damage?
Water damage to a clogged toilet in the upstairs that leaked down and disintegrated the ceiling. I have estimates and bills here.
All right, so you're saying there was damage to the
There was
home.
damage when I got back from the trip, and when I brought it to her attention, she said that she wasn't responsible for it.
Okay.
I'm only asking for half, Your Honor, of the damages.
Okay,
the
so you're
total
saying
cost.
she's responsible for 50% of the damage?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, what was it like babysitting for the defendant?
It was a little rough. He's a little rough with the kids. There was a lot of weird things going on in the house. Well, the first night that I stayed there, we watched a movie together, the 3 of us, and Christian fell asleep on the couch. When the movie was over...
the son? Are you Christian?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the movie was over, I asked Danielle, his daughter, if we should wake him up so he can go to his bedroom.
And what's the daughter's name?
Danielle.
Danielle? Okay.
And she said no, that when he woke up, he would just sleep on the basement floor. And I asked, why would he sleep on the basement floor? And she said that he had gotten in trouble. The previous October, he had taken the car and gotten in an accident. And he doesn't have his license while the nanny was there. And so his bedroom was taken away. So he had been sleeping on the basement floor.
And what month is this?
This was August.
Did your son have a car accident? Did you punish him?
Actually, he wrecked the car while she was the nanny.
Before she showed up, was there an accident?
A previous accident? Yes, there was.
Okay, and what was his punishment?
At that time, I think grounded from everything.
Okay.
But sleeping on the floor was not part of that.
He didn't even have a bedroom in the house. There was no bed. There was 2 bedrooms upstairs.
Christian,
Danielle's bedroom,
stand
the
up.
one that I stayed in.
Do you have a bedroom?
Yes.
Is there a bed in it?
Yes.
What is she talking about?
I'm not exactly sure, Your Honor.
Chris, you slept on the floor every night. You complain of back pains every day.
I'm not sure what she's talking about. Now, I remember sleeping on the floor maybe a few nights. I don't remember sleeping on the floor every night.
Why would you sleep on the floor even a few nights?
Because the couches in our house aren't exactly big enough for me to stretch out fully.
Well, that makes sense. If the couches are too small, you sleep on the floor. No, if the couches are too small, you go to bed. Where's your bed?
But my bedroom at this time was taken away.
What'd you do?
I'm not exactly sure.
Did you say to the person who took your bedroom away, why are you taking my bedroom away?
Of course, but this is a long time ago. I don't remember everything clearly.
How old are you now?
16.
How old were you then?
15.
That's a long time ago? Christian,
Yes.
talk to me.
My father thought that it would be a punishment that maybe could get to me to maybe make me change.
Okay, this punishment that was supposed to make you change, what did you do to earn this punishment?
I believe I had an F in school.
That's it?
Yeah.
What subject?
Spanish.
All right, Dad, talk to me. Thank you, Christian.
There's more to it than that.
Tell me.
Actually, he got in trouble in public school, and I had to withdraw Christian.
You did?
Yes.
And
And
you took
he's
his
now
bedroom
in online Kaplan High School. He does online at home schooling now.
But Brent, let me ask you a question. Why
ma'am.
would you take a bed away?
A colleague of mine at work had said they'd done it to one of their teenagers, and then it worked.
That's child abuse.
That's child abuse? All right, sit down, Christian. I'll deal with this. Go ahead. What else was going on?
I also found out about, Chris, he didn't get kicked out of school. I guess he was withdrawn for getting caught with pot and that sort of thing. But they also told me stories
You weren't
about...
arrested, were you, Christian, for the pot?
No, I wasn't.
Go ahead.
They also told me stories about how he works Brent works Monday, Wednesday, and half day Friday. That Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and also Thursday nights, he would get belligerently drunk in the basement and wake the kids up on school nights and force them to play video games with them. They were terrified of him. They had to stay away from him the next day because he was so hungover and mean. Anytime I saw the kids interacting with him, they were terrified.
Let me ask you, Brent, why is she saying all of this? It sounds like more like a military camp than...
Well, actually, I'm not sure where she got some of the story that she's telling
Yeah,
now,
but
Your
you
Honor.
already said
it's
you
like
didn't
a
know what I
character
was talking
assassination.
about with the bed, and then all of a sudden it comes out that he wasn't allowed to sleep in his room.
Well, he wasn't allowed to sleep in his room
I
for a
know.
while.
Okay.
That's true.
Why?
I don't consider that child abuse. He was allowed to sleep on the couch.
But if he's got to learn, if he's got to grow, if for his emotional well-being, he needs a good night's rest. You know that. You're a parent. I mean, if you want to make him scrub the floors, wash the walls, mow the lawn, I get that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think there's some tough love going on here. I'm not sure what's going on or why.
Definitely tough love.
Okay.
Christian actually wrecked my car twice.
You
Once
have a license the first time, Christian?
he doesn't
No,
have one
ma'am.
now.
He was
Your
getting
Honor.
even. You took his bed away. He smashed up your car.
I'm not sure what order that happened in, but there was an accident with a previous nanny, and there was one while she was the nanny also. And I
Okay,
do have
but-
an estimate.
There was no accident when you were the nanny?
There's no accident. And in all of our correspondence, in the emails, I've got copies of all the emails that we had. He never mentions anything about the accident. I just found out that he's claiming there was an accident.
Okay, if there was an accident, why would she be responsible for it, Brent?
Because she was left in charge of my son. And if she
Okay.
was watching him, then how was he able to take the car out and wreck it?
Well, did you lock the keys up? He's a big boy. I bet he's bigger than she is.
Yeah, I actually had the keys hidden in a closet.
But I'll bet he knew where they were because she wasn't searching the closets, was she?
No, he evidently found the keys. But he wasn't being supervised at the time.
What'd you do? You got the keys? Where'd you go?
Actually, I was putting some clothes away in his room, and I tried on a pair of his shoes, and I was trying on the right shoe, and the keys were in there.
Boy, I gotta tell you, I've been a mother. I never heard that one. It's okay, Christian. It's okay. All right. Yeah, we can figure out what happened here. All right, Danielle, stand up. So your father's saying there was damage that occurred at the house when Brianna was taking care of you.
The toilet
Yeah,
thing?
that's what I'm looking at. I've got some evidence.
A couple days before he came home, I tried to open the door, but it was locked and it smelled horrible near it. So,
The bathroom.
yeah.
Was someone in the bathroom?
No one was in there. It was just locked for like 3 to 4 days.
I never found the door locked. It was always open and unlocked.
Come on, Danielle.
I'm telling the truth, Your Honor.
All right, sit down. Thank you. All right, now why should she pay for the damage that you've handed up to me, Brent? Do you think she should be responsible for the toilet overflowing?
Half of the cost, yes.
Why? She's not a plumber.
Nothing was done about it, and that's why the water
Did you know
leaked.
the toilet was overflowing?
It was never overflowing to my knowledge.
Okay.
On Thursday, I stopped in the bathroom to just check my hair and makeup, whatever, and noticed that the toilet looked a little dirty. So I went to flush it, and it flushed slowly, but it did flush. Wasn't overflowing. There was no water on the floor or anything. I called for Christian and I said, do you have a plunger? And he said, yeah, I think there's one in my dad's bathroom. He went and got it. He plunged the toilet. I came back into the bathroom. I reflushed it. It flushed fine.
So what do you think happened?
The day before, the dog had had an accident in the house. When I got there was still a mess, but it had been picked up a little bit. I'm guessing that maybe they picked it up with paper towels instead of toilet paper and flushed it, and it
When
clogged
the
it
dog
up.
has an accident in the house, who cleans it?
The whole situation of the dog having an accident and us flushing it in the toilet isn't true because the door was locked. And there would be no way we could get into it and flush the stuff down the toilet.
Who unlocked the door? Brent, was the door locked?
No, ma'am. When I got home, there was no one at the house, and the
Sit
door
down.
was open
Okay.
to the toilet.
By the way, I don't believe the door was locked. I think that's a bunch of hogwash, all right?
not.
I think you're trying to get out of trouble with your father.
Your
All right?
Honor.
And you know what else I think? I think they're afraid of you. They're afraid to tell you what really happened. Now, you say he owes you money for how many days? $75 a day for 6.5 days. Now, Brent, there's no question she worked those 6.5 days.
Actually, there is a question, Your Honor.
Really? How many days do you think she worked?
I don't think she was there when she was supposed to be there. And actually, my kids are the ones that told me that she would leave at night.
The two of you, did she leave at night? Stand up.
Yes,
Yeah, she had
did.
this other job cleaning a building or an office building downtown in Bloomington, and she would leave for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yes,
No.
but he knew about it.
He
and he
knew.
said it was fine.
She did come back though.
She came
She
back.
did.
So she slept there at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is your dad saying she didn't stay the whole night?
Because she left
When she was
and
supposed to be there
when it was our
watching
bedtime.
us.
She left.
You know what? I got the sense that the two of you, as innocent as you try to be, can be real tough on a nanny. You know how to pull the wool over the nanny's eyes,
I don't
too.
know about that.
Yes, you do.
It's just the
Well, I
truth.
don't know how to pull a wool over anyone's
Oh,
eyes.
yeah. Well, maybe you ought to pull the hair off of your eyes, and then you'll be able to figure that out.
Maybe.
Sit down. Now, you're suing him for $200 interest?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where did you get that number from?
It was just kind of an arbitrary number. Just,
It's called usury.
oh,
Even a credit card company doesn't charge that much interest, and I think
Okay.
they commit usury. All right. Emotional distress, he stressed you out?
yes. Very. It was really upsetting to me.
Okay.
And I cared about the kids. And being there,
Do you think she cared about you?
No.
We couldn't tell.
Now, I think this is a fascinating case because it's a classic example of what goes on in our society today. You know, there are broken families or one parent. He's got to go out of town. It's not at all unusual. I think that, he believes that the tougher he is, the better. I think you got to let him go back to school. I really do.
Okay.
Do him a favor. You know what? If he's going to act out, he's going to act out. Now, in addition to that, you're saying that she's liable for property damage. The truth is, Brent, she's not. She was not able to even get in touch with you. Had she been able to get in touch with you, it might have been different. But what I think is the dog had a problem, the kids clogged the toilet, and everybody makes believe they didn't know what happened. So I'm not going to award you for the property damage. I don't think that she was so negligent that something she did contributed. I think Christian knew where the keys to the car were. He's crashed the car before. He decided to take it for a spin again. And I think you guys got to lighten up on your dad, too. It's not that easy on him either. He's got to take care of you. He's responsible for you guys. And Brent, promise me something. Never take a bedroom away from your son again. Verdict for the plaintiff. Minus the $200 and no emotional distress. So ordered.